Preparation is key in shiny hunting. You always want to be able to be prepared for the hunt that you are pursuing, and make sure that nothing goes wrong. In this video, I'm breaking down the best Pokemon for shiny hunting. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Coming in number 5 is a Pokemon with the Illuminate ability. If you put a Pokemon with the Illuminate ability at the front of your party, wild Pokemon are twice as likely to appear. This, combined with the White Flute, which also raises the chances of encountering a Pokemon, will let you fly through random encounter hunts. For Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, Soul Silver, Heart Gold, I recommend using Starmie. For Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I recommend using Volbeat. I will say Volbeat is a bit hard to find, but the time spent finding it will definitely be made up with your quicker shiny hunts. When using the combination of one of these Pokemon and the White Flute, you can get over 120 encounters per hour, and if you hunt on multiple games, this will truly make shiny hunts fly by. Illuminate also comes in handy when hunting in the Safari Zone, so if you're planning on participating in Safari Week, make sure that you have an Illuminator on each one of your games to be able to maximize your shiny Pokemon throughout the event. And for the Generation 5 and on games, Watchog is an overall incredible Pokemon for shiny hunting. On top of having access to the Illuminate ability, it also can learn False Swipe, which leaves the opposing Pokemon with just 1 HP, making it super easy to catch. Overall, Illuminate is great for speeding up random encounter hunts, and is a crucial Pokemon for shiny hunting teams. Coming in 4th place is a Pokemon with the Damp ability. Failing a shiny is one of the worst things that can happen, especially when it's from a Pokemon self-destructing. This is why a Damp Pokemon comes in at 4th place. Pokemon with the Damp ability prevents the opposing Pokemon from self-destructing. Plenty of easy to obtain Pokemon have this ability, such as the Psyduck line, the Poliwag line, and the Wooper line. I would always keep a Pokemon with the Damp ability in your party when playing, especially in the newer games like Scarlet and Violet, because you truly never know when you're going to come across a random shiny. Some of the Pokemon lines to watch out for with self-destruct is the Geodude line, the Voltorb line, the Coughing line, and the Pineco line. You always should have access to a Damp Pokemon, either in your party or in the boxes to call on, because you never know when you're going to come across a shiny self-destructing Pokemon, and you never want to fail a shiny Pokemon. Coming in at 3rd place, we have a tie between Pokemon with the Magnet Pull ability and Pokemon with the Static ability. Magnet Pull and Static both have pretty much the same thing, as they attract a certain type of Pokemon. Magnet Pull makes it more likely to be able to find a Steel-type Pokemon. This comes in handy if you want to hunt Steel types that have a low encounter rate. By leading the party with a Magnet Pull Pokemon, it will raise your chances of finding the Steel-type Pokemon up to 50%. Magnemite is the Pokemon I recommend using for Magnet Pull, as it is easy to find in most games that it is available. I used this method when I hunted for Aeron and Pokemon Sapphire for my Dream Team. Static does the same thing, just for Electric-type Pokemon. On top of that, in battle, if a Pokemon makes physical contact with a Static Pokemon, there's a chance it will become paralyzed, which will make catching the shiny a lot easier. Tons of Pokemon have access to the Static ability, but some of the most common are Pikachu, the Ampharos line, and the Manectric line. This ability can also come in handy for Safari Week if you want to hunt for any Electric-type Pokemon, such as Pikachu and Hoenn, or do what I did with Mareep in Soul Silver, which to this date is the favorite shiny I've ever found during Safari Week. Overall, these are great Pokemon to have on standby if you ever want to hunt an Electric-type or Steel-type Pokemon. Coming in 2nd place, we have the Swiss Army knife of Pokemon, Smeargle. What makes Smeargle so unique is that it can learn Sketch, which lets it permanently use whatever move had just been used previously. This lets Smeargle have the widest moveset in all of Pokemon. For shiny hunting, you can custom build Smeargle however best fits your shiny hunt at hand. The best overall moveset that I would recommend is False Swipe, Spore, which is a 100% accurate status move, Recover, which lets Smeargle regain health, and Stomp as our general damaging move. There are tons of other moves and movesets that you can beard Smeargle with. No matter what method you are using, and no matter what Pokemon you are hunting for, there is a Smeargle that can make your hunt go smoother. The one thing that is holding Smeargle back is it can be a bit of a pain to get the move you want on Smeargle if you have to find another Pokemon that can use that move. But other than that, this Pokemon is perfect for shiny hunting, and I highly recommend putting it on your team no matter what. And lastly, coming in first place is Breloom. Breloom has everything you look for in a shiny hunter: 100% accurate status move, access to False Swipe, and an ability that is useful, plus it's easy to obtain, especially in Scarlet and Violet and the Hoenn games. Starting first with the moveset I recommend using: False Swipe, Seed Bomb for general damage, Rest to restore health if needed, and Spore. The one thing about Spore is only Breloom's pre-evolution Shroomish can learn it, so you have to level up Shroomish to level 40 before you let it evolve. But in Scarlet and Violet, XP candies make that super easy to do. Breloom's ability is also super helpful, well, that is most of the time. Breloom's ability will leave the opponent either paralyzed, asleep, or poisoned after physical contact. When it comes to poisoning the opposing Pokemon, things can get a bit dicey, especially if you've already False Swiped, because then you are going to knock it out. So just make sure you put the opposing Pokemon to sleep, or use a different moveset so you can paralyze it first, before preventing this from happening. Breloom is really everything that I look for in a shiny hunting Pokemon, and is why I put it at first place on this list. But whatever Pokemon you feel best in using is what you should use, and comment below your favorite Pokemon to use for shiny hunting. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. 99% of you aren't subscribed, and I would love to have you join my shiny hunting escapades. If you need inspiration for your shiny hunts, check out my other videos. But other than that, see you next time.